Hi, my name is Tim, and welcome to episode 2 of Average Guy Book Reviews. On today's show, I'm covering the second story of Hugh Howey's Wool Omnibus. The second story in that omnibus is entitled Proper Gauge. Now, as you may know, if you've read the first story, how it ends is that the sheriff, Holston, goes outside, realizes, after popping his helmet off, that the world really is as it shows on the video screens inside the silo, and ends up collapsing next to his wife and dying. Now, that leaves this silo with the problem of coming up with a new sheriff. So what happens is the mayor, Mayor Johns, and the deputy Marnes, who refuses to actually be sheriff because he's kind of happy in the situation he's already in, go ahead and get 3 candidates. Marnes actually hands the mayor 3 candidates, one of which was the only one that he was really interested in. The other 2 were just kind of there for show and for equality purposes. The person that he's interested in is a mechanic from the lower levels of the silo called Juliet. And Juliet's actually a really interesting character. She never wants to rise above her station. She's happy down in the lower side. She actually chose it. And the entire story basically revolves around the fact that the mayor and the deputy are making their way down to the lowest level to interview Juliet. Now, there is one other thing that must be done in order for Juliet to be approved, and that is the head of IT, Bernard, actually has to approve of their choice for sheriff, although he had his own choice in mind, which was one of the other people that was up for nomination. So he absolutely, abjectly refuses, once they get down into the mid-30s where IT is, to sign off on their choice of Juliet. Now, Mayor Johns was actually kind of against Juliet to begin with, but she's always trusted the deputy's choices, so she went along with him just so that she could get a chance to look at the candidate and interview her. And they get down to the bottom, they talk with Juliet, and you'll have to see what goes on from then. Definitely, you can see his progression is growing as an author. And from here on out, it gets even better. So overall, I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. And I hope you enjoyed my reviews. If you want to check this out or other books out, you can always go to swordandlaser.com or their forum on Goodreads. And again, I'd like to thank Veronica Belmont and Tom Merritt for their inspiration for me creating the show. And I hope to be doing another one of these very shortly for the 3rd story in the series. I hope you like what you've seen. Keep on reading. I would like to apologize for the camera moving around as much as it did. That was me. But I'm trying to actually become more dynamic in these shows. Again, hope to see you soon.